Let's face it, we all do it. I am not judging, and I've certainly done it without thinking. Most of the time, we don't think about it. And I just want to bring you to your awareness so that you know why you do certain things or say certain things, and you can make a different choice if you want to. So, kids absorb everything and they take it as truth when we say it to them. And a lot of the time, we will answer never ending stream of why questions with just offhand comments, just for a variety of reasons. One, we could be tired and we just can't be bothered thinking, like he's been there. Maybe we don't want to actually say the truth because even though it is our child, we kind of feel like if we voice it, it will be judged. Or we just don't want to actually face the real reason ourselves. Maybe it's coming from our own belief, and that's why we say the things we say. But our children take our answers and they form a belief around it, and then they take that belief with them into their adulthood and they use it, or it kind of runs their life. And then they have to do some work to unravel those beliefs, which of course everyone's on their own journey, and maybe that's something that they chose to do when it came into the human world. But hey, let's set them up for a better future. Let's set them up for success straight away and be aware of what we say, how we say it, and when we say it. So here are some examples. They might want to buy a toy, and we might say it's too expensive and we are not rich. So that automatically in their mind switches on saying, well, there is rich people and there is us, and we're not a part of that group of rich people. So then they might develop some money blocks as they're growing up because they feel like they don't belong in that rich club. Maybe they want to buy something and you say, well, we can't afford this right now. I need to work more hours in order to make more money and pay for it. So then they can associate how hard you work or how much you work with how much you earn. And how about this one? I think we've all done it. You gotta do this. I'm telling you to do this. Do as you're told because I'm telling you so, or because I said so. To be honest, it works much better if you actually give them a reason. I'm telling you that from experience. If you give them a reason, they're more likely to respond to it. But, you know, something like that can teach them that the authority, even though as a parent you want what's best for them, you want to keep them safe, but they don't understand that yet. They just see it as, well, there is an authority and they can't do their own thinking. So what will happen when they go into workforce? If they only do as they're told, how is there going to be any innovation, any creativity, any problem solving? Because when you're an adult, you have to think for yourself, really, don't you? This one, you may or may not hear a lot from others around them, like the older people, or maybe you yourself are getting on a little bit in age and you've got younger children, or maybe you've got grandkids. And so you might just say, no, I can't play with you. I'm just tired. And the kids are saying, oh, why are you tired? So, well, I'm old. Well, yeah, you do get older when you do get more tired when you're older, but it doesn't mean that every old person is always tired, that they can't play. But what's going to happen in their minds is they would think, okay, when the person gets older, that means they can't play anymore. So if they then take that with them into adulthood, as they are getting older, they can progressively have less and less energy, not because of their age, but because of the belief that's what should be happening. And it causes the body to slow down, it causes the body to lack in energy, because a lot of it can be psychological. And I do have some examples of where, not from that particular belief, but from something else, when I've shifted my mindset around it, my energy just skyrocketed. Another one around wealth and money, when you might say that we can't do something or we can't go somewhere, like on a holiday or an event or buy something because we're not rich, or places like that or things like that are for rich people only, which then automatically divides you as a group of people who are not that group of people who can have that thing. Something I used to hear from my grandmother when I was younger is restaurants are only for rich people. And growing up, I only went to restaurant like maybe twice before I moved to Australia when I was 15, plus McDonald's a couple of times, which I kind of consider as as a takeaway now. But back then, I suppose it was it felt a little bit more upmarket, especially because it was a bit of a luxury. And mind you, we didn't have a huge amount of money to spend on things, but I literally had the belief that restaurants and what I saw in movies was for people who had a lot of money. And these days, I travel a lot for work, and even going out to cafes and that, at home, like when I'm home, I go out a lot. I eat at restaurants and cafes a lot, and I don't consider it to be for rich people. It can definitely be a bit of a luxury sometimes, but it doesn't have to cost a lot of money either. So it was certainly a belief, and you don't want to tell a lie to your children, but at the same time, do you want to set them up for success with the beliefs that are going to serve them, or do you want their beliefs to limit them and hold them back until they can do internal work and work through them and get to that next level in life? So obviously it's your choice, and they're also going to pick up beliefs from other family members, from friends, from school, from wherever you can't protect them from that. But you are a parent and you are an authority in their lives, so they will listen to you a lot, and they do consider you as someone who knows a lot. Therefore, they take what you say as truth and use that in order to help them and get them further in life quicker by helping them with the positive beliefs and the beliefs that are going to help them.